Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Elias and welcome back to Age of Engineering. In the last episode, we finished up our space travel. Well, not really, but we did most of the space travel. We got the last two ores that we needed. Two. Um, we went to Mercury and Neptune, something like that. I don't remember. I don't remember what the other planet was, but we went to the other planets. We did all that stuff, and we were about to get started working on Mekanism and setting up our Mekanism base. But I needed to get more titanium and chrome and all that fun stuff. Today we are actually going to go back into space. At the end of the episode, we're going to go back up. I may have looked up where the titanium rutile ore is, because titanium is a pain to get, but chrome isn't too bad. We have plenty of rubies and all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, I've been trying to decide some stuff and getting things together so that we can start making a little bit more progress with Mekanism. This is what the building is going to look like, by the way. We're going to use these temple blocks, which are just stone and cyan dye, so not too difficult, some lapis and cactus, and then just marble floor. I know we're using a marble floor over here, and we have marble walls, but I like the white floor, and I like the white and the blue together. This is a light blue. It's kind of nice. I really like it, and we're going to go with the bricks, just because that's what I decided to. But the problem is, I don't know how big this building is going to be, or what it's going to look like, or anything like that, so I'm not going to build it yet. I'm just not going to build the building yet. One thing that I do know, we're going to need quite a few different things, and we're going to set up some different systems probably, and eventually we'll probably get a lot of the same machines. I do know that Mekanism is going to be used. We're going to use the... we don't have one, but we're going to get a furnace factory, and that's how we're going to smelt everything. Mekanism is going to be used for steel production as well, so there's a lot of things we're going to have to do. But we'll get to that stuff eventually. I'm not planning on doing too much automation yet, but more of what I want to do is I want to work towards getting power generation and power storage. And that is actually going to be what we're going to just jump right into. So one of the big things with all that, was there anything else I did, by the way? I don't think so. Made a bunch of things. I made another matter receiver, which was not too bad, other than it took a lot of empowered stuff. And yeah, that's about it. This thing, for whatever reason, will stop working every once in a while. It's kind of weird. But yeah, let's head back to our little area. I still need to work on getting a lot of like applied logistics set up, and we still have a lot to do around the base, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So what we're going to do today, we're going to set up the power generation for Mekanism, and that's going to require, well, some basic energy cubes, and that's going to require powdered cadmium. So we're going to get some cadmium. Now, do we ever need cadmium in a different form? The actual ingots or plates or anything like that? I don't believe we do. Cadmium plates. Yes, we will need cadmium plates eventually, but we can at least process some of the stuff. So let's get like half of it. Oh wait, I can't put that in there. We have to use the crusher, so we'll use the double crusher. We'll go ahead and process all of that, and then we're also going to need to do something with this mercury. And mercury ore, we're gonna need liquid mercury. Powdered mercury only turns back into liquid mercury, so yeah, we just need liquid mercury. And to get this, we could arc furnace it, or yeah, we could arc furnace it and get more. So that's what we're gonna do. While that is processing, let's go get some mercury. Now we're not gonna need that much mercury. It's mostly used to make the what was it? The electrolysis thing. Okay, so we can get powdered mercury from crushing it. Okay. So we don't have to use, but the liquid mercury we need for the electrolytic cores. That's what it's called. And those we're going to need a couple of them, but not many. So we'll kind of see. Mercury is luckily something we don't need a lot of. Let's go ahead and put that in there. So we have some cadmium. We're going to take this powdered cadmium and we're going to start setting up some recipes. So what do we need to learn how to make? We need to learn how to make the energy tablets. I don't really care about teaching the system how to make the basic energy cubes because we'll just upgrade it to the ultimate. And these are really powerful. So, but we're going to need these energy tablets for quite a few things, including, I believe, there's a couple of machines that require them, and energy cores actually. So yeah, we're gonna want some of this stuff. So how do we make them? We're gonna need a lot of things. So what all do we have? Let's start with that. Not much. So one thing that we're gonna need. Let's get this energy tablet. So let's see. We're going to need RE batteries. Okay. Energy modules, which we should have a few of those. Now we're going to probably want to put our battery away because the energy modules are going to most likely interfere. How many of these do we have? We have 2. How do we make energy modules otherwise? We would use a scientific calculator. So power cubes, that is the way to make them. And we will eventually set up the scientific calculator. That is on the list of things to do. But what we can do is take all these guys out and put them into the system. So for the time being, we're also going to go ahead and grab these. And then we'll have to teach this later once we have the scientific calculator set up. But purified coal, I would believe, is this. That is enriched coal. So how do we get the purified coal? That is another, it's enriched with gold. Do I have gold up here? No. But I do have the gold dust, which we can smelt. So a lot of things that we're going to try to automate without having to do too much work. The power cubes, I believe we can also make, and those are not that bad. Compressed coal balls we can get from IC2 stuff, so that's going to be a lot of work, to be honest, but it shouldn't be too bad to actually complete. Let's go ahead and get all this stuff. And then if we want the powdered mercury, we have to cook it. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this guy here. I'm going to put all this other stuff in here for now, except for the mercury. We're going to need those. Okay, so what else do we need? We need the RE batteries, which of course we don't know how to make. And then advanced RF batteries, which is not actually that bad. Okay, so do we know how to make Inori crystals? Yes. So we should be able to teach the system, hey, that you can make these. And then if we put this into the assembler and make an RF battery, it'll take a second, which I should probably verify. Okay, our machine is working. For whatever reason, I need to figure out why this happens, but the battery down here sometimes forgets it's connected to power, and I think it has again. And so it just runs out. A way we could fix that is to basically use the integrated dynamics battery. That is what that mod's called, right? I can't see any of it up here, so I think so. We can actually go look at one of our floors, I believe. Oh, forestry. Forestry floor is made out of that same stuff, so we can go look at that, and it will tell us what we need to know. So real quick, I just want to see, because I can't remember, is it integrated dynamics? It is. Cool. So yeah, we can use the integrated dynamics power source. That would fix that problem. But I don't know if it's really that necessary right now. I haven't been using it too much, so okay. So now we should be able to teach it how to make the advanced. And then we need to teach it how to make the RE battery. So it's going to need 10 item casings. So we need 10 plates. We'll have to automate those later. I haven't automated any of the IC2 stuff yet. That's things we'll have to work on. And then we're going to need 10 cable as well. And I will teach the system how to make those later. So let's just go get some of this stuff. And then we're also going to need, at some point, a rubber farm. Let's grab all these overclockers. I also need to make more overclockers. It's always good to have more. So we'll get to more of this stuff at some point. But I'll at least teach the system how to make the RE battery. And probably the 10 item cables. Or the 10 item cables, wow. The 10 covered cables. We'll just have to teach the system how to make the 10 wires and item casings later. So for this, we're going to need this. And then that. Alright, so we put all this stuff in here. And everything should be fine. So battery, we make one of these. We make one of these. And then we can teach the system how to make the energy tablets. And for the first thing, we're going to need 2 of those. So energy tablets. Oh my gosh. Energy tablets, we're going to need 2 of these. We're going to need another energy module. Did I only put 1 in there? I might have only grabbed 1, which is my fault if that's the case. So I will set up a lot of this automation off camera. I did only grab 1. They don't stack, so that's why. But I'll set up a lot of this automation off camera and calculator stuff and all that kind of stuff. I just haven't felt like it. This series is hard to record sometimes. I'll leave it at that. So we should be able to make 2 of those. They'll craft up pretty quickly. And then a basic energy casing we're going to need. Okay, let's see how many steel casings we're actually going to need. Because I did a little bit of the math and I just got to remember. So we're going to need 1 for the basic energy cube, which we can upgrade to the advanced at any point. It will retain its charge. It's really nice. We're going to need a gas burning generator, so that's 2 more, so we're going to need 3. Pressurized reaction chamber requires 1, so that's 4. And so we're going to need 4 in total. So before we do anything else, let's get a stainless steel plate. And I want to teach the system how to make the basic universal cables. Once it has this. And as well as we're going to need more patterns. Let's get like 20 of those. Cool. As well as basic mechanical pipes. These are for fluids. And basic pressurized tubes, which are for gases. So all of those are going to be important. We're going to need them eventually. But for right now, we don't really need to worry about it. We can kind of skip it for now. But let's get back. We're going to need 4 steel casings. We should have everything to make those. Should not be too bad. And then we can put these guys in here maybe. We get another interface. Those are downstairs now. I really wish this mod pack had elevators. That's one of the biggest complaints. I could add it, but I don't really feel like it. So this is not enough. There's 4, 8. Yeah, we're gonna need to do another line or something like that. Do we have any more molecular assemblers? We do. Okay, so we can set up more of these. Interface. Just because I don't feel like setting up all of the other things with this. So we'd have to run cables and all that kind of fun stuff. I don't really feel like doing that. We're just going to make this really nice and easy. We're going to put these right over here for now. And do something like 1, 2, 3, 4. Give all these guys 2. And then we just need to grab some cables, which I don't have on me. Should be able to hold this now. And then we can include those, and then I will move all that stuff later. And this will work. Do we have any of the conduit stuff? Do we have more of those? We have more of those. We'll try to use the conduits for now. But we just need to hook this up. Not like that. Like this. Cool. So those should all be working. We can add those in there and it'll be fine. So at least we can autocraft stuff. Alright. So with all that taken care of, let's go ahead and grab the basic energy cube. Easy. So this will store our power. We're going to probably want some universal cables. Let's get some... How much stainless steel do we have? We have 25. Let's go ahead and make 25 plates. I don't think we use the stainless steel for much else. If we do, we'll be able to make more. So in order to get the gas burning generator, we're gonna need some other stuff, but let's go through kind of what all we need for this thing. We don't need the basics anymore because we have those. So the gas burning generator generates a lot of power based on different gases. One of the best ones is ethylene. Ethylene is also pretty easy to come by. So we need to make the actual gas burning generator, obviously. And this is going to be the hardest recipe we have just because it requires a gas turbine, a biogas engine, and a gas turbine controller. And this stuff is a little bit complicated. Not too bad. This one's the most annoying, but not too bad otherwise. So the gas burning generator generates based off of ethylene gas. In order to get ethylene gas, we need... I guess we don't need the rotary condensator. We need ethylene, which we get from a PRC, a pressurized reaction chamber, using hydrogen, water, and biofuel. We also get substrate, which we will need later to make HDPE pellets, which are used to make plastic. And that is something we will need for a couple of things, notably the dimension builder, which will make our lives a lot easier, as well as solar neutron activators, which we will need for tritium and other stuff later. We'll get to that much later, probably. But ethylene comes from PRC, and this guy is not that hard to make. It just requires some steel, to be honest, and the enrichment chamber, so it's not that bad. So in order to get the hydrogen we need a electrolytic separator, which is this guy. This guy will separate water into hydrogen and oxygen, as well as some other stuff, which we'll need later. Again, the heavy water is the big thing because that'll give us deuterium and oxygen. And I think the brine is also useful for some stuff. So we'll have to make a few of those later. But we need the... Let's get the pressurized reaction chamber first, I guess. So it's an enrichment chamber. We need a dynamic tank. 2 empty basic gas tanks. And there we go. PRC. Nice and easy. The electrolytic separator requires osmium dust. Okay, so we'll need some osmium ground up, and then we'll need to grab our liquid mercury, which I'm glad doesn't hurt us. Don't touch liquid mercury. Liquid mercury is not good stuff. It's toxic. Anyways, let's get the electrolytic separator, which is actually a really easy recipe once you have the mercury. And then we're going to need the gas burning generator. So we're going to need another electrolytic core, so more osmium. And then everything else is kind of going to be the pain. So let's get to crafting. So we get another one of these. And we need everything on the bottom. So the biogas engine is probably the easiest thing. We just need 2 bronze gears. So we can go get those. Just by running through here. I will decide one of these is, I think in this area we're going to have like a little bit of a park or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. Anyways, with the gears, let's get 2 bronze gears. Those might actually be made by the time we get back. And that will give us, they in fact were, the biogas engine. We're going to need a gas turbine controller. So we have all of those. We just need 4 iron frames. And we have them from making stuff before. The gas stuff. And then we just need a circuit board. One of these. That will take a little bit of time. So let's go ahead and work on the other thing, which is the gas turbine. For this, we're going to need 2 windmills and some aluminum. Windmills are iron and a generator. Generator is all of this stuff. So we need 2 of these. So we're going to need 2 furnaces. And that should not be a problem. 1, 2. And then can we make 2 RE batteries? No, we need 8 item casings and a 10 cable. So 10 and 10. Cool. So we should be able to make this, at least this part. Now we might also have issues with getting more, we're going to need advanced circuits. That should be easy because we can use tantalum plates, which is a lot cheaper than using, you know, the awful recipe that this is. But we might need another machine which requires more refined iron, but we can make that pretty easily. It's not too bad. It's just going to be a little bit of a task. There is one other thing we are going to need, but we'll get to that once we're ready for it. We're going to need some more infinite water. Okay, that is working so well. I'm so proud of it. So we put these in. We'll get the RE batteries, which, by the way, RE is rechargeable. They're rechargeable batteries. That's it. All right, so we should be able to make one. Can we make another machine casing? No. So we're gonna need some steel. 8 steel. And just put those in there. This is going to use a ton of power. And that's going to take a little bit of time as well. So we should be able to make this guy by now. And then, is there anything else for this? We're going to need, we are going to need 2 of the advanced circuits. So tantalum. We're going to teach you how to make plates. So, because it's going to be easier, and we could also teach the system how to make the advanced circuits. That might not be a bad idea. So I believe this is the plate one. It is. Make a tantalum plate. and then we can do that. So one of the big things that we need right now is mostly just titanium and chrome. Chrome is a pain in the butt to make, but titanium is worse. The other thing is, like, we can get more and more stuff. We can always go get more ores. That is never going to be a problem since we have all this stuff set up. We're going to need more pattern storage. So let's make... Actually, let's just teach the system how to make the advanced control circuits. Just because that's going to be a lot easier, a lot more useful for later. And then we can make 2 of those. Like so. Cool. Do we have the... Okay, there is the molten steel. And I just want to make sure that this is making things right. Refined iron, electric solidifier, molten steel. Yeah, okay. So this is just literally going to take a while. And then we can make everything else. So the other thing we're going to need is the... we can go ahead and start making ethylene. So we're also going to need water. So we're going to make another reservoir. Which I got to remember how to make. And this will give us, you know, the infinite water we need. Does it give us the 4? Okay, so we just need 8 fused quartz. And that is going to craft, correct? Yes, indeed. Cool. Is there anything else that's hard about this? No, because we have, we are going to need reinforced glass, which, so let's do some advanced. Do I have that set up? Hold up. Do I actually have that set up? I didn't think I did. Alright, I hide down in the the sewers every once in a while. I do have the compressor set up. Cool. I don't have anything else set up. Didn't remember that I did that. Alright, so we'll have the advanced alloy, which will allow us to make the reinforced glass, which will allow us to finish up that recipe. So, at this point, we just kind of have to wait around for things. So we should have everything we need for the reservoir. We have 1 bucket of water. I believe there's more water over there. And we're just going to start setting this up so it does things, and then we'll pick everything up later. The Mekanism machines can be picked up. And we have a little bit of biofuel, which is stuff we need. So we're going to just set this up over here. So we have the reservoir. And let's get that filled with water. And we're going to need some conduits. We'll get to those soon enough, because I don't have any on me. Whoops. So we're gonna start storing power. And let's put this here. And it should be... Let me put it there. Okay, it is getting power. So, we're going to need water. Water is going to go into the Electrolytic Separator. Water is also going to go into the PRC. So we can use conduits, I do believe. And then the PRC also gets those. And then that will produce ethylene. We can store ethylene with gas tanks. That would not be a problem. But let's go get some conduits. And we're going to need a set of the basic... We have the universal cables. I made a good number of those. Let's get some pressurized tubes. And then conduits. we're going to want pressurized fluid conduits, which I think I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit more fused quartz, and we can always upgrade the rest of them to pressurized. So one other thing I need to mention, so the pressurized conduits were always a pain to make. No, not the pressurized conduits, the silicon stuff. Anything that has silicon, silicon's a lot easier to make now. So before we had to make the silicon dioxide, which is clay dust. Now we can make silicon ingots just from crushing. So Mekanism makes so much stuff so much easier. So let's set this up. It should be like so. We're gonna hook up a fluid conduit. Extract always active, and this is filling up with water, and this will be an insert, and then this one will also fill up with water. Extract always active, insert. And then this will give us hydrogen and oxygen. So the hydrogen we want to bring over, and we can tell it to dump excess. We don't want it to tell it to dump excess hydrogen because the hydrogen is like what makes this work. So only other thing to do is hook these guys up to power. And like I said, this will be changed around later. We will want to make, I wonder, do these work on this? No. So we will want to make some of the stuff that makes breaking this stuff easier. That is the configurator. It's a pretty, I don't know how difficult it is to make because it might require an energy tablet, but it's a pretty useful little thing. Configurator, especially if you want to use, it requires an energy tablet, some energy dialing. Nothing too difficult, but annoying. But yeah, the configurator is really useful if you want to use Mekanism's item transfer stuff, because that stuff really, really works. So we can go ahead and configure, let's see, the back output. These guys should be getting, no, I think I did the bottom. That's the front. I don't even know. Okay, so that's the top. Okay, so that's the right, evidently. So these guys should kick on. We're getting oxygen, hydrogen's coming in here, and it's making ethylene plus substrate. Now we're gonna want to put the substrate in a chest probably. And does this have any? It does. Site config. We will put output auto eject, so it will automatically put the substrate up here. Pretty nice and convenient. So then the only thing we need to do now is get the actual the last thing, the gas burning machine, and hey, it's done. Cool. So we can. So we just make one of these, and we should be able to make everything else. Not a problem. So another generator, and then 2 windmills, 1 and 2, and we're going to do that recipe. We do need to make the reinforced glass, and then the gas turbine, and then the gas burning generator. I can't go out that way. So this is going to be our power source. We're just going to put this, my knee is itching. We're just going to put this over here. Actually, So if we do something... Okay, so this... We're going to put that back to input. And that would mean... So if that's the top, that's the left. That would be... the front is in front of me. So we should be able to do that, I believe. Let's grab some more of these guys. And we're just going to take this over like so. And I'm going to regret having to break all of these. Yeah, do I want to go make the configurator? I think I do. And then what we can do is just put a pressurized tube into the gas burning generator. This guy gases auto eject into here, and that's going to make power. And then we just bring that back around, and this is going to get a ton of power very quickly. So yeah, we're going to make this look a lot nicer, but we're going to need a fairly large area for Mekanism, both because of all the stuff we need to make, but also for all of the different gases, and there's a lot of different things we're going to need to do with Mekanism. But for the rest of today's episode, we are going to go on an adventure back to space, because we need to go get a good source of titanium, and I figure what better way than to do what the book says, or at least suggests, and head to space. So we're going to take all of our armor off. We have everything we need. We're going to put these guys away. We're going to grab this and this. And we're going to grab a little bit of cobblestone. I don't expect any resistance or anything like that. Put that away. We're going to want rocket fuel and our magnet. Alright, so we're going to want to put our stuff away, but all we have to do is go up to our space station and head to a moon. Not a planet, a moon. And it may surprise you what moon, probably not. So I looked it up. I didn't really need to. I kind of assumed that I was going to have to. Okay, we have. Let's fill up on oxygen again. I was going to assume there is a way in advanced rocketry to scan planets, do an ore scanner type of thing. I kind of anticipating having to do that because we don't need any of this stuff now. If we look at rutile ore, which is what titanium actually comes from, there is no information on where you can find it. It's a mystery, but I kind of anticipated that we'd have to build this whole. In fact, I think I can show you guys. There is a biome scanner. There is a ore scanner. And I'm not entirely sure, ore mapper. But yeah, there's these ore scanners. I think the ore scanner goes onto your helmet. And we'd have to, go all over the place and try to find it. So I figured I'd save some time and just look it up, because why not? And yeah, it seemed like a no-brainer. Just go look it up. Well, I didn't really have to. It's a joke. It's not it's a joke in terms of it's It's not supposed to be. It's more of like an Easter egg type of thing, so it should be really easy to find. In fact, how we do it is we head to. Oh, now I'm going to cry because I don't remember. Is it Saturn or is it Jupiter? I believe it's Saturn. I could be wrong. Let's see if my astronomy knowledge is up to date. So we're going to warp to Saturn. And it's not actually on Saturn, but one of Saturn's moons. This should tell us, if we go to space age, you can also go to a different solar planet. As a side note, there are also 2 moons in our solar system that can fulfill the needs of titanium if you run out. The moons are... I just realized we have to go back down. I need another planet ID chip. So let's go back home. We'll get a planet ID chip. That's just some circuits, not too difficult. But there are 2 moons in our solar system. One is called Titan, and the other is Titania. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that one. But basically, I know this is... oh, right, it's 1 and then it's 2. Satellite, planet. Let's get another one just for the sake of it. So, yeah, Titan and Titania, they are pretty obviously the planets we need, or the moons we need to go to, because, well, they have, they're similar to titanium in the name. That's the joke. So, I believe Titan is one of the moons of Saturn. Otherwise, it's one of the moons of Jupiter. So... one thing we need to make sure we have is a way to get our rocket back up here, which I left on Earth. Unless it's already in the machine, but oh well. This is just power to teleport back and forth. It's not that bad. I should make sure that we have enough power on the space station. That's the only one that's like super important. But because I don't teleport to the others all that often, and I don't believe they use anything unless you actually teleport to them. And it's not that much. It's like 5,000 RF every teleportation, something like that. But this guy is still full of power, so it has 1 million RF. So there is plenty of backlog. So yeah, let's head down. I'm going to get an empty hand. I'm also going to grab 18 more cobblestone. Yeah, that'll be good. Select destination. Titan. So we need to put planet ID chip, select destination, Titan, and we'll do that again just so we have extras. Always good to make copies. And we're going to put this in here. I'll put this one in here. And yeah, let's head down to the surface of the moon. So off to Titan we go. And on Titan we should be able to find all the titanium we need. I'm not entirely sure where. I'm not like what's going to be the best like Y levels and all that fun stuff. But it is something we're going to need to do. The other thing that we should be mindful of is Saturn is a really big planet. It is pretty massive. So I don't think it's going to interfere too much with getting our rocket back and forth, but it might. And I'm going to bring the rocket back to the space station later on my own. We might do some more advanced rocketry stuff later. There's some really cool moons and planets in the other... There's another galaxy that you can go to, which has a lot of references. There's like Krypton and all sorts of things like that. But I will say it's kind of neat. There's the sun, and I saw Saturn over that direction. That's really kind of cool. But we have to go all the way back down, and I doubt there will be anything spawning on the moon. But yeah, there's Saturn right there. That's kind of cool. Doesn't look like there's anything spawning. I don't think that this mod pack does that to any of the planets, really, outside of a couple of slightly dangerous stuff, but here we are. We're going to come right over here. This moon doesn't really have much gravity, which is not surprising, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, we're going to put matter receiver, starch extractor, and a power line. We're going to name this Titan. And now we get to do a little bit of mining. I did not want that to change modes. We're going to grab this guy as well as our augment. And let's get our augment in. Alright, cool. So I guess let's just do something like this. Not what I meant to do. But let's just verify. We also want to grab the glowstone and put it there. Alright, so just make a really big hole and dig down here so that we can maybe find some titanium ore. And that's going to be the easier way to get titanium than the whole bauxite method. Just because the bauxite method is pretty slow and inefficient. So that's what we're going to do from here on out is I'll just come up here and mine. I just want to find the first little bit on camera. That might actually be useful. So there's just a bunch of copper so far. I'm expecting it to be fairly low in the ground, but we'll find out. So let's just get down here. That's not what I meant to do. And can we do that? Yes. There is a lot of tin and copper on here, though, which is kind of nice. You can always use that. But I have not seen any rutile ore. So we'll keep going. That is bauxite. Similar, I guess. But not quite what we want. So I just want to find a little bit on camera, and then we're going to end the episode off, and I'm going to dig around a little bit more. I might actually look up to see if people know where the Y levels are. Might actually be in the config file, to be perfectly honest. But we're at 27. I expect it to be like 16 and lower. But who knows? Let's get some more light. I don't want to use too many glowstone blocks, but we got to use some. Alright, we're getting into a cave. There's some lead. don't see any yet. That is slightly concerning. There's some nickel. But hopefully it's not too rare. And hopefully it actually generated. That's the other concern. Alright, so we are at the bottom of the world. Let's just kind of explore this cave, I guess. You'd expect to find some before you get to the bottom, I would think. But not seeing any. Let's see. Let's go this way. Maybe it's a little bit... I mean, it's probably pretty rare. And it is a brownish color. Should be anyways. Really hope we didn't do all that just for nothing. But, sure we'll find something. Osmium. Like, I can't imagine it being this rare. If that's the case, like, it might be more of a... like, maybe I'm looking for the wrong stuff type of thing. I don't think I'm in the wrong planet. I am going to have issues getting back home. Not really, because I can just, you know, teleport. But don't want to die up here, that's for sure. So let's just head back this way. And what kind of ore are you? Silver. There is the possibility that it's at a higher Y level, and I just missed it coming in. There's a lot of basalt. And if that's the case, it's not that big of a deal. I just need to figure out what Y level it spawns at, and hopefully we can find it. The other thing is rutile and titanium ore. They're both going to be kind of silverish, or like a, not silverish, but like brownish color. So, I don't know. I will tell you guys what. I think I'm going to look around a little bit more, see if I can't find any. And if need be, let's actually real quick, because I know there is the... No, wasn't there. It's down at this one, maybe? There was a... Oh, what is it called? Big open area. There was a ravine somewhere, and I don't remember where it was. So, I don't know. I will look around for a little bit and see if I can't find anything. Figure out what Y level it would spawn at, and see if we can find it on this planet. And I'll let you guys know what I find in the next episode. But today's episode has gone on long enough. I need to get some stuff prepared for getting more and more. What is it called? The stuff. Automation. There we go. Need to get some stuff prepared for more automation. But the big thing is we're going to want to start looking at like actually automating the Mekanism stuff and starting to get our system completely like automated. So that is going to be the plan For next time, we're going to continue working on all that stuff, start getting more and more things kind of arranged so that we can get access to all of our materials and start setting up a better applied energistic system and all. So that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!